Hey everyone, I'm in my wardrobe right now, as you can see, because I have guests over and I don't want them to hear me filming. That'd be embarrassing. But anyways, I know I said I'm going to upload in a much more consistent schedule, but once again, I did not obey my own freaking promises or schedule. It's really crazy because every time I say that I'm going to upload on this certain day or on this certain schedule, it never comes true. So maybe I should just stop doing that. Like, it's really frustrating. So I've been going to uni and working part-time, and it doesn't give me much free time as I thought it would be. As you know, I love making stories and videos for you guys, but it just doesn't fit my schedule, and that sucks because I miss interacting with all of you. I miss uploading videos to see your reactions, and your comments just make my day. But a consistent uploading schedule is probably not going to happen anytime soon. Anyway, I'm working on an 𝐤𝐫𝐚𝐤𝐮 video which is supposed to be uploaded on New Year's, but I procrastinated too much, so I'm just going to re-upload one of my KUROKEN videos, which some of you requested, because it got deleted from my channel, so I hope you enjoy.
I'm gonna do it. Kuroo knew it was mean, but he really wanted to see how his usual seemingly apathetic boyfriend would react. Okay, yeah, that's great. But you know he's gonna probably delete your existence, right? Kuroo clicked his tongue. Oh come on, it won't be that bad. Crossing his arms, he relaxes deeper into his assigned seat while Haikyuu shakes his head frantically, his palms slamming against the surface of his desk. You've met kenma, right? Yes, I've met my own boyfriend. He scoffs, jaw twitching. Then you know how stupid of an idea this is. The 𝐤𝐽 beast is gonna come out of hibernation if you do this. Was it ever in hibernation? Kuroo shakes the thought away and waves his hand dismissively. I won't let it go that far, I promise. Haikyuu raises his brows at him. I don't believe you. This is gonna be a nightmare. He mutters before pressing a palm against his forehead before shaking his head. He's not gonna hurt me. Haikyuu nods. Oh, I know that. What'll happen is he'll take it out on the rest of the team and it'll be a bloodbath. Things never looks good post 𝐻𝐫𝐬𝐬. The phrase mystifies Kuroo. Okay, first of all, you have a name for that. He shakes his head, baffled. Second of all, quit being a wuss. He grows offended at his words and flicked the ravenette's forehead, to which Kuroo just grumbled too. I'm not being a wuss, I'm being logical. Haikyuu corrects him with a confident head nod. Kuroo rolls his eyes at the act. Ever so discreetly, he coughs out aloud. Wuss. And mockingly covers his mouth. Haikyuu hurls a glare at him. I am not. Shush. Kuroo covers his lips with a finger and nods his head towards kenma, who just arrived, waiting for him to come outside the classroom since the bell for lunch time rang not too long ago. Haikyuu huffs out a breath and walks away. To be honest, Kuroo have been preparing for the prank for a while. Bikudo had been the one to show him the videos of couples doing those prank challenges, and after getting Lev and Hinata to watch it, the two of them wanted nothing more than for him to prank kenma. There had been attempts over the last few months. Bikudo trying to scare him, Lev just annoyed him, and Hinata tried his hardest to startle him, which never worked. To be honest, Hinata was always way too loud and kenma knew that he was there before Hinata even realized it. Kuroo was the only one left to give it a shot. Sure, he likes to mess around with his boyfriend, but never to this degree. A part of him felt horrible for what he was about to do, but it was just for fun. He'd understand, right? Kuroo's room is empty aside from him, waiting anxiously in his bed for his boyfriend. He had texted him that he wanted to see him and got a K. In response. It was enough for him. Despite how peaceful the room felt, his mind was racing. A part of him really didn't want to pull a prank like this. The last thing he wanted to do was hurt kenma's feelings. The door of his room opened quite loudly and kenma slowly waddled into the room, and he nearly sighed in relief when he saw that he was focused on his phone. Brows furrowed, eyes narrowed, and lips pursed into a pout, Kuru didn't have to ask to know that he was currently getting texts from Hinata, Lev, or both. Maybe, he sort of hoped that he'd be too invested to hear his next words. Hey, Kaoru. Kuru started turning and shuffling around to make it look as though he was trying to get situated for bed. Turn off the light before you come here. There was only silence after that, and for a moment, Kuru wondered if his boyfriend even heard him. Biting the inside of his cheek, he looked over his shoulder and nearly flinched back at the glare Kenma was sending him. His cat-like eyes almost glowing with confusion, suspicion, and what looked like worry. Can you repeat that sentence? Twisting his fingers with one another, Kuru repeated. I said, hey, Kenma, turn off the light before you come here. He eyed his boyfriend and Kuru swore his heart was going to leap from his chest. While his expression had been readable the first time he glanced at Kenma, he could barely tell what he was thinking now. With eyes guarded and face emotionless, Kenma watched his every move. Huh, I thought you said something else. He muttered. Guess I was just hearing things. You didn't call me Kaoru, did you? His question was so genuine, so pure, that Kuru truly felt bad for messing with him like this. Kuru took a deep breath before popping up and taking on a solemn face. I want to tell you something. Kenma blinked before lowering his phone down, arms falling down his sides limply. What is it? He asks with pursed lips, his tone is meek but impatient, but he'd never heard it any differently. Sighing, Kuru bit his bottom lip, softening his gaze. What? You wanna break up or something? What if I said yes? Silence. Kenma's face doesn't change, not a single twitch in his body, or a widening of his eyes. He seems unaffected. No, no, no. He just rejected the breakup, tackled it and slammed it down like a pro wrestler before suffocating it with a pillow using one word. No. Kuru tilted his head a little, continuing with the act, and Kenma tenses at the action. What if I just don't think we're working out? We exercise when we play volleyball all the time, Kuru. I think we're working out just fine. His voice is quiet but rough at the same time, and Kuru notices his hands curling into fists. That's not what I meant. He drags his gaze back up to his boyfriend's face, giving him a pleading look and desperately trying to sell his stupid prank. I don't care. His jaw clenches and he narrows his golden eyes at him. We're fine. The hiss makes Kuru flinch when his boyfriend stares him down threateningly. Oh shit, he's fucking scary. Kuru was conflicted. He wanted to be agitated at the fact that Kenma wouldn't let him break up with him, even though he didn't really want to end things with him, but he was also touched at the way he wasn't willing to let him go. However, when his feet stomped loudly against the floor as he approaches Kuru with dilated pupils, fear takes the lead in the race of his emotions. Kuru stumbles back, backing away on the bed at his sudden advancement, his back hits the wall. Yeah, no, you're totally right. Kuru hurriedly agrees with him, nodding his head frantically. I'm good, you're good, it's all good. He gives him finger guns and a cheesy smile, but Kenma's expression never changes. Kuru wants to crawl into a hole and die just to avoid his intimidating gaze. So, we're good. It was now very clear. It was indeed a failed prank. And now, Kuru knew for a fact that he was stuck with him. It's not like he minded that, but shit, Kenma was scary. Nope, never again, no more pranks on Kenma. His dual-tone-haired boyfriend sits on his lap, gently wrapping his arms around his torso. The familiar smell of his body wash, one that reminded Kuru of the sea on a stormy day, flooded his senses and he sighed in content. Did you really mean it? He whispers. Kenma is not facing him right now, so Kuru can't spot any emotions on his face, but his words are hesitant. Gulping loudly, he rests a hand on his bleached hair and pulled him closer. No, it was just supposed to be a dumb prank. At his confession, Kenma purses his lips and Kuru starts to trace random patterns on his boyfriend's back to ignore his growing blush, ashamed at his actions. You could have just dumped water on me or something. He grumpily responds, hand pressing into Kuru's back firmly. Why yeah, maybe I'll try that next time. He closes his eyes with a nod as he clears his throat. Just. Kenma's eyes were intently focused on the wall, thinking out the words carefully before he continued. Don't ever do that again. I don't think I could handle it. He leans his head into Kuru's touch but doesn't say another word. If Kuru didn't know any better, or perhaps if he didn't love him, he would have smirked or snickered, or maybe even pointed out how abnormally gentle he was in that moment. But he wasn't cruel, and he didn't want to lose the warmth his smaller boyfriend provided, or the grip around his body, or his comforting presence every living moment. Kenma wasn't used to being in relationships or depending on people, and the fact that he trusted him so much that he held him close to his heart never failed to fill Kuru with warmth. KUROKEN was the one for him and he seemed to be the one for KUROKEN too. A smile grows on his face at the thought and he ran his fingers through his hair adoringly before he presses a kiss on top of his boyfriend's head. I won't leave you, ever. Good, 'cause I'm not letting you go. Yeah, his prank kind of backfired. But hearing his boyfriend say that made it all worth it.
Okay, thank you guys for watching the video. That's the end of it, and I'm still in my closet, but in a different angle. So, the next video hopefully is going to be iwaoi. I'm going back to my Sako Atsu content soon enough. And I know I have a series of them on hold and I'm planning to continue working on that. So I hope you guys will stay patient with me. Like, I know I always do this, saying I'm going to upload this and that, but then I go on like off the face of earth for like a month or so. Anyway, I just hope the world will go easy on me in the few coming months. Like 2023 is not being kind right now. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video and see you next time.